So guys, please let me know if any questions from previous topics, or we can start then, else we'll start with today's topic. Okay. So if you have questions, then I think we can start with today's topic. Just one moment, guys. So yeah. So today we are going to is there was one pending topic about of list. We'll cover that. And then we are going to move into tuples and other data sets, those data sets. Okay. So let's say we have a list is equals to and 70. Okay. Now, what I will do, I will create another list, let's say list B, and I'm going to assign it to list. Okay. So the original list we have assigned it to list B, and I'm printing the content of it. Okay, I'm not doing that. Okay, guys. So this it is okay. So what are you expecting, guys? What will be the output? Will it be same?
F needs to be placed in the second print statement.
Oh, no. Yeah. So we are expecting same output, right? So content of original list is this, and list B is this. Now, if we make change to the new list, let's say I am going to um, append a new element to this list B. Okay, then so I have appended it to list B. Content of list B after appending is this, and let's say we are also printing the original list. Okay, and so if you can see, guys, this was list B. We appended an element in list B. Okay, but you see that the original list has also been changed, right, guys? Original list is also changed. So why this particular behavior is when we assign one list to another list, okay, both are pointing to the same memory address. Okay. So if you make any changes in that particular memory, then it is going to reflect in both the lists. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So if you visualize it, it will be more clear. So let me open that code visualizer right here. So, yeah. So in this, if I have your code visualizer, Python. Yeah. So if you paste it here, mm, this is our list, and this is our list. And here we are appending this. Okay. So if I visualize this, so see, this list is pointing to this particular memory location. Okay. Now you see another list B also pointing to the same list, right? And if we are appending, both are pointing to the same list. Now it is more clear, guys. This one, okay. Now, let's say I don't want a scenario like this. Okay, I want a separate copy of the list so that once I make change to this the list, it should not reflect in the other list. Okay, I have a requirement. I need a copy of the list so that that is independent of the original list. Okay, it is independent of the original list. Okay. So for that we have that method, that copy method that we see. So that was one of the methods in list, right? We can use that method. Let's say I want list of copy. Okay. So our list is this around Sam. If I run this, I like to comment on this.
अभी भी नोटिस पीरियड में चल रहा है।
Okay.
अंकल छुट्टी हो गया तो ये कह रहे थे ना नोटिस दे दिया ना
So,
दे दिया भाई फिर ये आपको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे तब तो रेजिग्नेशन
so we have a list copy, and if I make change to this list copy, and I'm adding another name, Ramdas, and then I print the original list. So we have added in the new list. That is a copy version of that, and then we are checking whether it is reflecting in the original list. Okay, guys. So we run this now. You see, original list remains unchanged. Okay. So this is the use of copy function, guys. So is it clear, guys? Any doubt? Anyone? If I go here and let's say you have two lists, okay? List of this and list of this. We are copying here, and this. Now see, when we have a copied version, it is pointing to a different list, right? Yes. So if you make changes to it, the original list, it is still pointing to the first list only. There's no impact here. Okay. So this was about copy function, guys. I hope this is clear to everyone. What is the use of copy function in list?
Yes.
But why this LST underscore B is also referring to the same memory address? Because what so far we have learned, if you pass some different value in different variable, then it will refer to the different address, right? Compared to before.
Yes, but here, when we are using this assignment operator to copy one list to another list, so when we use this, so both will point at the same memory location due to this line number 2.
Means it applies to only list type.
No, not only to list, even if we have even if we have variables, let's say a equals to 23, and you mention here b equals to a. Okay, so even if you have this kind of code, when you use equal assignment operator, okay, so it will be referencing to the same memory. So although it is not pointing here like a list, uh, but they will point to the same location. So you can check by printing the ID of both. It will point to the same memory location. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so so list is more on yeah. So we are clear with all the functionalities of list. Okay. Now we go to tuples. So tuples, as we mentioned, like how do we define tuples, guys? Yesterday we saw we defined in this round brackets, right? Okay. And if you see the different tuple, so different tuple here. Okay, it belongs to class tuple, and we see in this we see the square brackets. But in tuples, we are seeing it in round brackets. Okay, so what is the difference between tuple and list, guys? Like the major difference is tuple is immutable. So what do you mean by immutable, guys? Yesterday we discussed.
We
Everything
We
cannot
can't
alter
make
the.
the change.
We can't make the change to list tuple, right? Can't make the change to what? We have to be more precise.
Values. I mean
Yes,
elements.
Insert or delete characters.
yes. So like once we create a tuple, we cannot change the content of it. Okay, we cannot change the content of the values. Okay, so as we saw yesterday, there are only two methods which are supported in tuple, guys. What are the methods? One is
Count index.
index and count, right? These are the only these are the two methods inside tuple. So there are, and you can convert this tuple to list and list to tuple very easily. For example, this is a tuple. I want to convert this to a list. So I'll just use this list function and I will put the name of the tuple here. Okay. So if I tuple to this. So now you see, initially it was a tuple round bracket. Now it has been converted to a list square bracket. Where guys?
Yeah.
Now if I want to convert this list back to a tuple, so we have to just use this tuple. Okay. And the name of the list. Now we have converted that list back to tuple list.
Then is if let's suppose list has a different types of elements like integer, string, then then also it will work. Okay. Okay.
List collection is like totally like list, but only thing is mutable and immutable. Okay. So that is why like so many methods of list, right? Append. So if you try to do an append, and there is no such method, it will give you error. For example, that with tuple dot. I use append. I try to add a new element to this. It will give me error. But this method is not, it has no attribute append. Okay. Even if we try to reassign some values, so let's say I want to reassign the first element to some other value, let's say Sam. Okay. It will tell that this is not allowed. It does not
Uh,
support item assignment. Okay.
yeah. I was thinking that if tuple has different types of elements, and after that I want to convert it to list, then uh, list will be created, or it will be some error. That's what I'm just thinking, but it should work, I think.
Yeah. So see, we have added one string here. Okay. Original tuple we have added one string also, and we are converting this to a list. It will work as it is. There is no problem with this. Okay, so see, this list has been created, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now the question. Okay. Now I want to declare a tuple with a single element. Like, I want to declare a tuple with a single element. Okay. This is how we can declare. Okay. Where are we? Where this statement is not allowed. So let me comment on. I'm just printing the data type of this tuple. What is the data type guys of that?
Int.
Integer. Can anyone guess why we are getting like that? But if we give a comma here, 12 comma, okay? Just added one comma. This will work fine. Now it is tuple, guys.
Hmm.
Yes, now understood, not understood.
Did not understood, Danis.
Sorry, I didn't explain only. I'm really sorry. Yeah, so guys, when we have only this one bracket, right? If you remember, yesterday I posted one question in LinkedIn. We have something 12, uh, let's say into 3, and then plus in bracket, I will do 2 plus 3. Okay. So what will be the order of execution here, guys? Can you tell me?
First brackets will be executed, and after that, precedence will
Multiplication.
work. So
Brackets will be executed first, right, guys? So here what happens when we give only one value with this bracket, okay? So the Python interpreter considers this to be, bracket for arithmetical expression. Okay. Like we have this is allowed, right? This bracket. This bracket also will give you a single value, right?
yeah,
So it takes when we have a single value inside bracket, it will take it as an it will take this as an expression, as an arithmetic value, not as a tuple. Okay. This is an exception only for tuple because in this we it does not support square bracket, right? In case of an arithmetical expression. Okay, it supports a round bracket. So that is why this is an exception that for tuple, when you have a single element, always declare a comma after that element so that the Python interpreter will understand, okay, this is not, arithmetical expression, but this is a tuple.
so in this tuple, what is the last element?
There is only one element only. If I print here, see, list or tuple, right? Each value is separated by commas by default.
Okay.
Okay, so let me print this tuple. See this last tuple, and we have only one element, but with a comma. Okay, the way we define that is how it is just going. Okay, so we have 12 comma 22. Clear, guys, so far in round.
So comma will not give any error or something like if we place it at the end.
No, it should not give you any error. Let's run this. So I have two elements and I put a comma at the end. Okay. See
Yeah, in the uh, when we are printing, it's comma is not
First,
coming at.
two elements. But first element just to distinguish. Okay, because
Hmm.
this is not an arithmetical expression. Just to distinguish that it is printing the comma also. Okay,
Yeah.
if you have one element, but if you have two elements, then there is no problem with it won't consider this
Okay.
as an Sorry. Okay, clear, guys. Yes, no.
Danish, we have to give the comma only for if
Single element.
there is single element. Yeah.
Yes, only for single
But,
element.
what will happen if we don't give the comma? I don't understand this thing.
What will happen now? Like it will take it as an arithmetical expression. Like if you see this expression, arithmetical
Yeah.
expression.
Okay. Can you
So,
run this and see what
so what
without
will
camera?
happen? No, if yeah, I just ran it. If you take it as an integer,
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it is considering it to be an arithmetical expression. So that is why if you tell this from this is not an arithmetical expression, you have to give a comma to tell this is a pattern.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so this tuple can also have, like nested tuples or nested lists, as we saw in the previous, copy, in the case of list, right? So we have one nested tuple inside and we have a nested list inside. Okay, guys, and indexing and all will work same. Like, let's suppose I want to print the first element, right? So I will just use same indexing that we have for list. This is the first element. If I want the last element, I will give a -1 here. And okay, we can that. Okay, guys. So what if I want to print the second element in the last element, guys? What index can I give here? I want to print this Monica only. So what shall I give here in this print statement?
1.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, I can give 1 or -1, both will work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now we have so far seen that tuple is not allowing us any modification, right? So let's say I want to change the content from Monica to that, okay? And I want to print the tuple. So not tuple stuff, right? So now the value got changed, guys. So far it was not allowing us, right? Right? So Monica to Dan is the same. Anyone knows the reason why this got changed and why it was not allowing at the previous when we even if we do it now, let's say I want to modify the 67, okay? How do we access the 67, guys? What is the index value? The of 0, 1, 2, okay? 0, 1, 2, and this is the first element. This is 0. If I want to assign, let's say 999 to this, okay? See, it's telling me again, it's giving me that error, but this got modified. But yeah, when we are trying to make changes here, this is not allowed. So anyone knows why this kind of behavior?
We are altering the list in the first place,
Yes.
and in the second 67, 86 is in the tuple.
Tuple. So what is the reason? List we are able to modify in tuple, we are not able to modify. Any reason?
This is a tuple inside tuple, right? Or
It's a nested tuple and a nested and a list inside a tuple. Yes.
mm,
As we okay, let me give you a hint. As we studied in the beginning, right? Which is mutable and which is not immutable. Is tuple mutable or immutable?
immutable.
Tuple is mutable.
Tuple is immutable, but list is mutable.
Immutable. Correct. So that is why we are not able to make change in
Okay,
the
okay,
tuple, but we are able to make changes in the list.
okay,
Okay.
okay. This is a
So
list.
it is the list, right? Yes, correct.
So that's
Now
the
this
reason
is block.
we are able to update it.
Correct. So always remember tuple is immutable. This is a general rule. Okay. tuple is immutable. That means we cannot change the values. But if it contains mutable element, okay, if it contains mutable element, then that mutable element can be modified. Clear, guys, everyone? Yes, no, understood, not understood.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, understood.
So, like less, you can also, like this simple method that we have. Let's say we have um, all integers. If you want to find the max, these methods by default, what is applicable for this is applicable for tuples also. Okay, then max, min, sum. The main difference is mutable and immutable. Because in some cases, you have to use immutable, and so some cases you have to use mutable. So let me end this. So the max value is 111. The minimum value is true, and uh, the sum is 265. Guys, these methods you can use. And we have seen nested tuples also. And let's say, yeah, so that's all we have in tuple. Okay. Now we'll just go to set. Okay, sets are it's like our mathematical sets that we have studied from our school level. Okay. Um, let's say we have a set on, and this is denoted by flower brackets. Okay. Yeah. So let's have the four elements inside the set, and if we print the type of this type of set one, print this. I save it. And if I run this, if you see this, and these brackets that we have, flower brackets. Okay. So one unique thing about set is, even if we have, let's say we have some duplicate elements like 1 comma 2. Okay. And if we run this, it is going to print only the unique values. Okay. So one common interview question where they ask you to find the duplicates or in while working also. Uh, while working also is like when you convert when you want only unique values, okay, we just convert it to set. For example, if we have a list with duplicate values like this. Okay. Let's say you have got a scenario where you want only there can be thousands or 10,000 or 1 million records. You want only the unique value. Okay. You can just convert this list to a set. Okay. Like, whatever, see, list to tuple to set, all you have to do is, just you have to give the name of the class. Okay. What and how do you get the name of the class? When you do a type this, so this belongs to class set, right? So we'll see belongs to class tuple. So you just have to give the name of the class and then you have to give the iterable like list or tuple. Is going to convert that into this corresponding data type. Okay. So I have converted this list to a set. So I just write here list to a set. List, right. And then guys, you see guys, the duplicate elements are like gone. So is this basic thing clear about that guy? What is the one good use of it? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So sets always there are few characteristics guys. Like I will tell you one here. So list and tuple guys, they are like they're ordered. Okay, list and tuple, they are ordered. Like what I will tell you what is the difference. List and set, they are ordered, okay, and the sets are unordered. So what is ordered and ordered? Ordered means the insertion order is maintained. Okay, like the way we insert the elements, uh, it will always show you in the same way. Okay, that is why you can access the elements with the help of index in list and set. Okay, uh, the insertion order is maintained. That's why we can use index like list of 0 or list of 1 to access the elements. Okay. But in case of set, let's say we have some other values also in this set. Um, let's say we have two, let's say we have some element called 999. Okay. So this is how we are declaring this set case. Okay. And if we run this, so if you see this guys, what is the order in this set? Is whatever we have declared, right? Is the order getting maintained? Is it in the same order or they have changed the order?
It's a changed order.
So every time, so that is why it is called unordered. It's not it's not necessary that it will give you always the same order. Might be when we run it again, it might give you a different view. Okay, but this insertion order, the main reason is unordered because the insertion order is not maintained.
So set and sets both are different. Like you maintain, you said list and set, or list or tuple.
Yeah, list and tuple, they're different, right? One is mutable, one is immutable. Oh, sorry, this line, na?
Yeah. That's
Yes,
what confusing.
small
Yeah.
correction is there.
Okay.
List and tuple are ordered, sets are unordered. Okay, so um, what yeah. So what are the different operations that are available for set? Okay, let's say we have this set one and we have a set two. Let's say set two contains all negative elements -3, -5, -8.
Danish, I have a small question.
Yes.
Yeah, the first set which you declare, I can see the elements are 999, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, Sam and true. But when
Yes.
you run this set in
Hmm.
print, in the output, I can't see the true. So is it considering true and 1 as a duplicate element?
Yes, it is taking this two as one, and since there are already three ones, so that is why it is not printing. So you see, if we have false, then it is going to print 0. Okay. So no, false return, false to false only. Because there is no equivalent 0 to this. I think that is why it is going. If we have false and a 0, let's see whether it is printing false or 0. Okay. Yeah, this is taking giving priority to.
The first element,
So
whatever
if
is.
we give 0 in the beginning, just let me see. That is why the order here is the order which they will think. Yeah. So now see, it took 0 only, first element.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So this internal thing, yeah. This is how it is behaving. False is being considered as 0. But if we have false in the beginning, it will give false value. And if we have false at the end, it is going to give a 0 value. Clear, guys, to everyone? Any doubts? Anyone here?
No, Danish.
Okay, so let's see some of the operations and set what we can do. So can we assign any element like this? Let's see. It does not support items. Why? Because this is unordered. Okay, we cannot like use index here. Okay, so let's see some of the common methods of set. Let's say we have this add method. Okay, and we are adding. Uh, we are adding one string. Okay, say Priyanka. Okay, and then I print this. Okay, run this. So Priyanka got added, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Priyanka got added, guys. Yeah, so if we are able to, and if we see this one, like set one, right? Let's take the memory. Like after adding, is it returning a new set or it is pointing to the same set? Okay, let's take this one memory location, ID of set one and ID of set one. Okay, so this was before original and after modifying. Let's see what is the memory location it is giving. It's giving the same memory location, right, guys? So we are able to modify elements in this set, right? We are able to add an element. Adding an element is also like modifying this original set, right? So what do you think, guys? Sets are mutable or immutable?
Mutable, it's mutable.
It's mutable, right?
Yeah, mutable.
Yeah, so sets are unordered and mutable. Why? Because we are able to modify the set. Okay, guys. Then let's say what other operations we can do with set. So we have here there are a lot of functions, there are a lot of methods. Okay. We'll just see the some of the important ones. Cemetery. Okay. Let me open a new file. So let's say this is set one. Set one is having these elements. 36. And let's apply some of the methods. Let's apply some of the methods and check. Okay, what is the functionality? So one method is like clear. So if we do this set one dot clear, and then I print the set one. So after clearing it, it's clearing the set. Okay, now we have an empty set. Make a rate process, then we have an empty set. Okay, so this was clear. It's clear. It's removing all the elements. Okay, so what else we have in set? Copy. Okay. Now let's take this is set one, right? I'm just commenting on this clear. Let's have another set. Set two. We're having one comma two comma. Okay. Now we can perform operations like let's say we have this operation set one dot union set one dot union set two, and I print set one after this. Okay, so there's no change here. Why? Because this may return a new set, might be. So I'm just taking it. Okay, guys. So let's print set union. Okay. So this union operation, what it is doing, it is just combining these two sets and giving you a new set. Okay. Similar to union, we have something called set intersection also. Set one dot intersection. Name it. Let's give it intersection. Will just find the common elements. Okay, between the two. So we have only one common element, guys. One. So it is giving you a one. Okay. So just give it intersection, and this is like Union will give you one, union will give you a combination of all. Clear, guys? Union intersection.
Yeah.
Similarly, you can have difference also. So there are different methods also, guys. So you can just explore them. Although this is the important ones I'm covering, but not covering all of them. So DISFER, ENC, difference of set two.
Guys, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
So, like in the union one,
Hmm.
I like set is mutable, right? So
Correct.
when we did like set one dot union set two,
Hmm.
so ideally it should have like printed directly with that. Like here we needed to assign that to a new variable, and then after that we have to print. So isn't it like contrasting with the mutable concept?
Okay. Ideally, who is setting this benchmark? You are telling ideally it should, combine in the first set, right? You are telling set one dot union set two. You are telling ideally it
Indirectly,
should add it to the set one. You are trying to say that, right?
yeah, yeah. So set we had to like assign that union value to set union variable, right? Then after that we had to put that into print statement. So directly it didn't work. Like directly set one.
No, actually, see, this has got nothing to do with mutability. It depends on this function, how they have created this function in Python. Okay. So what this
Okay.
union function is, whenever you use union function, it is always going to return a new set. That is the default behavior of this union function. Like this union function is defined by the Python interpreters how they have created this. So we don't have a say on that. Okay. And this
So
is
memory,
not again.
yeah. Sorry,
Yes,
please go ahead.
yes, Shivam.
So memory location would be different or same, like for set one and the union
No,
one
obviously
with
it will
the
be different. It will be different now because it is for this because it is returning a new set.
okay.
This after this operation, it is returning a new set. This union function is like that only. Okay, it is the original set remains unchanged. Okay, so this will obviously point to a new memory location. Same for intersection also.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
Okay, so if we see set one different set two, like all the elements which are present in set one but not present in set two, we get this. And if we do set two in difference of this set one, then we will just get the opposite of it. Okay. So all the elements which are not present in set two, sorry, set one. If we do a set two first. Just same A minus B, B minus A, same concept, mathematical concept we have. Okay. Now the questions that set where is actually set handy, guys. Actually you will not see set that much, but there are few places where you can use set efficiently. Okay. First thing, as I mentioned here, removing the duplicate elements. If there is a duplicate element, we can remove it. Okay. Second, you have questions like this. Okay. Uh, let's say you have to find the common elements in two lists. Okay. Or yeah, let's say you have to find the common elements in two lists, or you have to, or they can be this kind of question. They can be question like check whether a list is a check whether all the elements present in one list is also present in another list. All the is also all the elements in one list is present in another list. Okay, I'll give you some examples for that. Okay, so first question, you have to find, let's say we have list here 143, 56, 78. Okay. And we have another list here, list comma 1, that is having element 1 and 966, 99, and 43. Okay. Now we have to find the elements which are common in both list and list 1, guys. How will you approach this problem?
Intersect.
Intersection, right? So if we do an intersection, then we can find out the common elements. So how do we first need to convert this list to a set, right, guys?
Yes. Yes.
So if we convert this list to a set, but only problem here will be if you have duplicate elements in the list. Okay, because set is not going to entertain any duplicate elements, right? Then it can be a problem. But that will not have any bearing in this problem. It is okay, even if it has duplicate, it will take one element. But if it mentions that no, even if it is duplicate, then you have to print it twice, then you have to follow a different approach. Okay, guys? So set of list, and this is set of list 1. Set of list 1. So the elements, common element side. So which like method we use? We use intersection, right? It will give me a common element. Okay, intersection of set. Okay, if you want to get so this is going to return a set of common element. But if you want to get a list, how do we do it? We just mention list here and we pass this value to a list. Clear, guys? Yes, no? Now you guys tell me, how will I solve the second problem? Other everyone understood this? Anyone having any doubt, please let me know.
We can't solve it by directly. List doesn't have this union, intersection, and differences.
No. These are specific to set these operations.
Okay.
We saw the basic operations of list, right? What we have, in this methods, we saw these methods, right? So we don't have those methods, set, intersection, unions, specific to set.
Okay.
Okay, so just give me one moment, guys. I will be back. Just think about it. Meanwhile, how do we solve this problem? Okay, second one. Yes, guys. So tell me, guys, how do you approach this problem?
For
So let's say
in my
we
mind, it's
let's
yeah.
say
Sorry.
we have list 1 and we have another list 2. This is only having 1 and let's say 40. Okay. Now tell me. So we have seen, I can give you a hint. So what are the methods we have seen for set, union, intersection, different? From these methods only you can achieve this, if I'm not mistaken. How to check, let's say, whether this all the elements in this list. You can do it via normal list operations also. That is also possible. It's not that difficult. But with sets, is there any way of doing it, guys? The function that we saw.
Intersection.
So intersection will give you the common element, but how will
Yeah.
we
Difference.
difference? Okay,
If
that
there would be like empty some kind of thing, like if we do difference and there would be matching of like elements, so there would be like no element or kind of thing.
okay. So let's see. We have set this two, and we convert this list to a set. Hmm, okay, and let's see if I do a set of list two dot difference of list set of list, right? This one. I am checking this. Okay, whether this list two is a sublist, like all the elements of list two are present in this list or not. Okay, guys. So you have to take. So if I run this, so we are getting an empty set. That means all the elements of the first of the set is present in this set. So how will we know whether it is empty or not, guys? We have this len function. We can apply a len function here. Okay. And we can store the, let's say in a variable called length. And how many brackets do we have? One, two, is one bracket extra. Yes. So if length, okay, if length equals to 0, then we can say that the second list is sublist, like all the elements of the second list is present in the first list, guys. All the elements of second list is present in the first list. Clear, guys? Understood, everyone?
Yes.
Rather than using loops and all, you can do it in a single line, right? With the help of sets.
But Danish, we have to be cautious while like taking the order of the set while taking difference, right?
Order of the
Like if we interchange the list,
correct. The sublist which you are checking, that should be the first one. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that should come first, and then difference the main list which we are comparing. But first we have to convert this into a set, and then we have to do it. Everyone understood this, guys? Anyone any doubt? Please let me know. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so let's start here. We saw this. Okay, yeah. Let's say we are not using this len function. Okay, we are not. Let this code be here only. I am copying this list. these few things from here. We have list one, list two. Let's say we have only two lists. Okay. We are converting the first list to set, and we are converting the second list also to a set. Okay. So we have two sets here, and same operation we are going to perform. Where is it? Yes, set. So what this is going to return us, guys? It is going to return me a new set, right? Let's say set of difference. I call it this, right? Now if I only write this, if set diff, what is the value of set diff, guys? What is the value of
It's
set diff?
empty set.
Empty set, right? Let's make yeah, it's set diff. Okay. So it should return is as per this scenario, it should return me a empty set, right? Because all these elements are present here. Okay. So what do you think, guys? This will give error or it will work? Okay, let's run this and see what is the output. What are we getting, guys? So far we have seen in if condition, we can give, like expressions returning, Boolean value, right? Returning Boolean value like greater than, less than, right? We have seen giving, zero, zeros, okay, or any non-zero value. These we have seen so far, right? But here, what we are passing is we are passing an empty set. Okay, how does empty set looks like? It looks like this, right? No elements. Or let's say we are having an empty list empty. Okay, let's say we are checking this condition. So tell me where it will enter, guys? If block or else block?
If block.
So empty is like false. Empty is like false. So it won't enter the if block, it will enter the else block. If it is non-empty, if it is having some elements, it will enter the if block. Okay, like it will be not an empty set now. Clear, guys? Yes, no, understood, not understood.
Yes.
Everyone understood, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so if there is some question like this, don't get confused. Okay, so you have to just this also empty set, not empty set, or any empty tuple, empty dictionary, empty set. It will behave like this if you use with if condition. Okay. Okay, so this was all with sets. Now, so we have covered list, tuples, and set. Okay. Now let's come to strings and then we will see dictionaries. Okay, strings and dictionaries. then our at least this main this data structure will be complete. Okay. So mm, let's say we have okay, I have not talked about that. Yeah. So guys, yeah. So in case of tuple, guys, let's say we can iterate using a for loop. Okay, like for elements, just like what we have set, you can also do it for tuple. Okay, loops. Okay, this is like iteration. Let's see. Tuple. So you can iterate like this. Normally, let's say if we have a set, we give instead of tuple, if we give set A, okay. So for loop iteration concept remains same. Either for list or set or this, we can use a for loop and iterate word. Okay. But you cannot use indexing for set. Always remember that. But you can use indexing for tuple. Fine. So let's now start strings. So in Python, even if it is a let's say name, even if it is a single character, it is still considered as a string. Okay, there is no data type like character what we have in other programming languages. Okay, even if it is a single letter, this character, it is considered a string only. Okay, so if we see the type of this, so if we run this, it belongs to class string and a, right? Now, string is almost like it is almost like list. You will see most of the methods are like list only, but with important one important, but with some differences we can say. I don't know, one. Let's say we have this name. Let's not for name. Let's say we have something called um, today is sunny day. Or let's say the name is today only. Just today. Okay, so just like how we access individual elements in a list, we can do the same in tuple and string also. So the first, I want the first character. I give a name of 0. You're giving me a T. Okay. I want the last character. What shall I give you guys? -1. Okay. Giving you Y. Okay. So indexing works as we have seen in this one list. Let's say I want to reverse this string. Okay. Colon -1. This is how we do in list. If you want to reverse the list, guys, remember from the previous class.
Yes.
Okay. So if I run this, so this string is reversed. Okay. But there is one important difference. If I want to change the first element from capital T to small t, what shall I give you guys? Small t? Like this is how we do in list, right? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
We run this. It's giving me an error. What is that error, guys? Have you seen this error? It's looking similar, familiar. Yes, no? Yes, no, guys. Anyone seen this error?
In case of tuples, right?
In case of tuples, why we are getting this error?
We are
String is
modifying
immutable.
data.
Modifying data. So modification is not allowed here. So string is what? Mutable or immutable?
Immutable.
Immutable, right? Because this modification is not allowed. But list is what? Mutable or immutable?
Mutable.
Immutable. Okay. So just quickly tell me what are the mutable elements we have seen so far and what are the immutable elements we have seen so far. Like data type.
List.
Yeah, so
List and set
list
are
is
mutable.
list and set we have seen as mutable and immutable.
Tuple and string.
Tuple and string. What about int, float? Are they mutable or immutable?
Mutable only.
Int and float are mutable. How do you say that? Let's say we have
Like
an int a as 45 and we have b as 43.5. Like you have a proof here, right? For tuples and strings, if you try to assign, it's not allowing you to add any new element or existing element to the same tuple or this. Okay, like we're getting this error. How can you prove that int and float are, like mutable as you told?
we can assign a new value and check the with the print statement.
Okay, so let's say a is 45. We are changing it to a new value to 78. This is what you're saying. That is why it is mutable.
Yes. Check with
Okay,
print statement as well.
print statement. What shall I print? A?
Yeah, but like sequentially it will run, so it should like after 78 print statement.
Print A 45 and then print A here, right? You're doing this only, right?
Yeah.
So your proof is since we are able to assign. Okay, let's remove this string assignment operator. But anyways, it is printing 45 and 78, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I take your logic and prove, so what I can say is name is today. This is one string. And then I am assigning the same string some other value tomorrow. If I print name, it will print different items at different time, right?
Yes.
If we go with this logic, then we can say this is also string is also mutable.
No, like we can check with the ID if it is same memory
ID,
location.
yes, that is the answer I wanted. We have to check with ID. Yes. So what will happen if the memory location is same? Then it is
Same
if
memory location,
the
mutable.
memory is location if the memory location is same, then it is mutable. Okay. And if the memory location is different, then it is immutable. Everyone understood this concept. This is very important to understand, guys. Otherwise, you will get confused with mutable and immutable every time. Everyone understood this. So how do you find the memory location, guys? Which function?
ID.
So ID string function gives you the memory. So we have seen, okay, A is 45. I'm printing the memory location of A. Okay, now I have made A as 78. Again, I'm printing the memory location of twice. Okay, so let me run this. Are they pointing the same memory location?
No.
No. Different.
No, that means what are they? Mutable or immutable, guys?
Immutable.
Immutable. Okay, so int and float also comes under what, guys? Immutable. Okay, guys, what about Boolean? Boolean values. Let's say A is true and B is false. Again, I am assigning it to false. Okay. Now let's check the memory location. Are they same or different? Different, right?
Different.
So this is also come under immutable. I hope the logic is clear, guys, to everyone.
That is for
Yes.
Boolean one. In Boolean, we have only two values, true or false. So every time true's value will be the same in the memory location.
That's a good question. I have also not tried. Let's try and check it. Okay. A1. Let's make it as true. And let's see. Yep. It is. No matter how many variables you make it to, it will it's saving your. It's not creating new objects, saving your memory, right? Always pointing to the same memory location
For every time, like it is not changing
every
for
time.
this session, like kind of
No,
session thing, like for this
no
session it
session
is
thing.
happening.
No, session only. Session only. Like for this program, until and unless this
Okay.
program is running in the memory, no matter how many true value you give, it will point to it. Until and unless this program runs. Once this program is completed, it is out of the memory. Then once a new program runs, they might assign a new memory location for that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Any doubt, guys? Are we clear? Immutable, immutable. Yes, no, understood, not understood. So string is like immutable, guys, but list is mutable. That's an important difference. No. Okay, now let's see the different methods. There are a lot of methods for string, guys. A lot of method. Maybe today I will search for some handy method and I'll put it in Excel and I'll share with you guys. Okay. So let's see the important ones. Yeah. So we can convert string to a list also, guys, like any other data type, right? So let's say we have a name as Samir. I want to convert this to a list. How do we convert this to a list, guys? How do I convert this to a list?
Using list function.
List function and the variable, string variable, okay? Name inside. So okay, so this list got converted, the string got converted to a list. If you want to convert to a tuple, you are able to do that as well. Okay. If you want to iterate, like we iterate each element, right, in list for element in list, we can do the same here. Okay. Let's say I'm giving the variable name as I give the variable name here for character in name, print character. Okay, so if I run this, take each character as AMIR. Okay. And if I want to access it via index, so for index in length of this name, we can print name and this int object is have I made some mistake. So I have not used
I
range function only.
Yeah, range.
I have not used range. So if I run this
Spelling
now,
is spelling.
R A. Now this is okay. You can do it via let's like how you do in list. You can do it in both the ways. Okay. Let's say enumerate function can we use here for enumerate in no not like this. How do you write it? I comma index comma the two variables into define index comma value and enumerate name and then we give this value. You know, I guess yeah, zero index on first index. So for clear guys, just like less, nothing new. I hope this is clear to everyone. Yes, no.
Yes, understood.
Okay. So here we are converting this string to list. Okay. And let's say I want to convert this list back to a string. Are we not storing this somewhere? We're printing this, but one string list. But is it still showing as a this list, not converting it, right? And neither it is giving us any error. So if you do this string of this and I assign it uh, STR and no, I think so. We are converting this. This is a list now, STR list, and we are converting the list back to string. And I want to print. Okay, it is not getting converted. Neither it is giving error. Okay, so this because if you see the let's say after converting back, if I see the type of this, so we'll get a confirmation what is happening actually. Although it is showing a string, right? But it is having all these, commas and all. I want a single joined, although it is converting this, okay, this is converting to a string, but your string looks like this, okay? It is not in the original form like this, right? Uh, so to convert this to the original form, guys, we have an important method called join, okay? We do it with the help of join. This is one method. And there are many methods. We'll see all those methods. So join will convert the list to a proper string, I can say, because see, we are using str, it is converting, but it's not proper, right? It is just just the whole list. It is putting in quotes. That's what it is doing. Okay. So with the help of join, we can do, but you have to give. Let's say this is a new str, and let's say you want to join each element of the list, right? So let me comment out this one. I want to print this. Yeah. Um, Here is the initial syntax. Here I have not written any code. Now if I run the, yeah. So this is my list. I want to join this back to our original string, right? That is Samir. Okay. So what we have to do, guys, we have to use, this is the joining. We say this is the whatever we give in quotes, right? So that is going to be the uh, character between each element in the list. Okay. Let's say join and the name of the list. So if we give, let's suppose I'm giving a star, okay, star in quotes and then join and the name of the list. Okay. So if we run this, now you see, oh, we are not printing it, right? Let's see, print. Each like each element of the list is being joined. There is one, this star character is present in between each string. Okay, so whatever character you give here, that will help you to that will be in between each element of the list. Okay, so if we want only Samir, guys, not star, and what shall we give here? If you want only Samir without any star and all, what shall we give here?
Empty.
Yes, we don't have to give any character, right? It will be empty.
Yeah.
We got the original string. So guys, let me know if you understood these few things which I have discussed now. Any doubt? Anyone? Any doubt, guys? Anyone? Okay. So I hope you guys understood this. Okay.
Yes.
So we have seen one method, join. Okay. So join is used to convert the list to a proper string. And we have another important method that is being used, that is used in many places, called split. Okay. This is used to convert your list to string. Sorry, convert your string to list. With let's say, am I audible, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm audible. There's some problem with my headphone. Okay. Uh, Convert your string to list with you can say some delimiter. Okay. For example, let's say we are having name, and that name is having a first name called Peter, and then separated by the last name, Peter Parker. Now I want to convert this to a list. Okay. So One way of doing it, as we have seen, like we will just use this list of this name. And, okay, we can convert it to a list. Peter Parker. But I don't want like this, I want Peter one word in as one element, the second word as the other element. Okay. So in this case, the split method will help you. Okay. So I will show you the syntax. What is it? So this is name dot split, and you have to give the delimiter, like what separates your different. If you want this string to be a list, so how do you want, what should be the separator between the two elements? That is called delimiter. Okay, so here we have a space. So I will give a space here. Okay, and this is going to convert your this one, your this string to a list. Okay. So you see, guys, we gave a space. So before space, it is one element, and after space, it is another element. Clear, guys, to everyone? This one. So what we can use different characters here. Let's say I'm giving here E as the delimiter. Okay, E. Okay, guys. So how many E's are here in this Peter Parker?
3.
Three are there.
Three E's. Okay. So first element will be only P, capital P. Second element will be only T. Okay. Third element will be from R to K.
Okay.
Again, there's a E. Then last element will be R.
Yes.
Okay. So if I run this P, T, R, Park, and R. You can give any character, inside the split, and it will split it accordingly. I hope this split function is clear, guys. So we have seen two important functions of string. They are very important. Join and split. Understood by everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now there are many methods. Like for example, this name, right? Uh, there is function called lower, upper, lower, upper. Let's just see few of them and then we'll wrap up. So we'll continue the next class. Okay? So let's say I want to print name dot upper. So if I run this, all will be in uppercase. And lower is just the vice versa. Name dot lower. So remember, guys, this is not changing your original string. Okay, even if I print the original string after this, because the string is immutable, it will return you. These are returning you new strings. Okay, not the original. Original one is still, we cannot change the original one. Okay, so this original string is intact. This is all upper. This is all lower. Clear, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
Lower, upper, join, split. Okay. So
Yes.
that's yeah. So we'll wrap up the class now, guys. Okay. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. We have two important, like this will string and dictionaries. So hopefully we will be covering it in the next class. So once you are good with this list, double set, string dictionaries, then you will be able to you can try solving different problems, coding problems. You will then get to learn more. Okay, because in interview questions, if they ask you to write a program, mostly the program is focused on these items only. List, couple, set, string, dictionary. They will see your programming or thinking ability in these topics only. Okay, guys. So any question, guys? Anyone? If now, then we will wrap up the session. Okay. Then, guys, thank you for your time, guys. See you guys in the next class. Yeah, have a good day.
Thanks.
Danish,
Yes.
like, did you discuss that yesterday problem I asked you in WhatsApp? That tuple.
Okay, yes. Thanks for reminding me that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to that experiment. Day 5 assignment. This one, right? You wanted to know the expected output here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I actually first I read the question. I thought you were asking how to solve it, but then I realized you're asking me what will be the expected output. The expected output will be, guys, in the list will have all the elements without any nested list or tuple. 1, 2, 3, Sam, Ravish. In this way, I wanted. Clear now? What is the expected output?
Yes.
Okay, so you can write your program to get an output like this.
So Danish, for this, I think we need to hard code, right? Or is it not like permissible here to think in another way? I'm just asking.
Uh, yeah, this will be requiring a little bit hard code here because we have a list and tuple here. Okay, we can have a set also, right? We can have a dictionary also, but this question is specific to this list and tuple only. So you have to handle, you have to write a program which can handle list and tuple if it is inside this.
Okay. I was just confirming, like,
Yeah.
Uh, Danish, from the question number 4, I have a question. Here,
Yeah.
see, you ask us to populate something from some data, input data. But if it is, suppose, last question, 468, it is within the input, so I can populate. Okay. The next one is 210, previous one. That one also I can populate. But the first question is 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 18, 20. That is not in the input itself. So whether I need to declare another list and then I need to append, concatenate those two lists, or what will be our approach? I am a little bit confused about that. 1, 2, where we have additional data apart from the input data.
Okay, this is the input data.
Yeah.
And the expected is 8, 10, 9. This is the okay, okay. So with the help of this, you have to select the last element in this. Okay, you have to select the last element here. So how do we select the last element using the list slicing, guys?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, index 4, right? No, yeah, 4, yes.
0, 1, 2, 3, index 4, right? So we can uh, index 4. So if we just do it, this we can do a normal assignment also here. Okay. But this is so here we are getting a nested list, okay? But if you do
extend
it
we can use.
via, no, so we cannot declare another list. We have to do it. That's why I mentioned with splicing, right? So with splicing, how do we select the last element with splicing, right? So we'll start with the last element only, right? How can we select the last element by slicing?
-1.
If we start with -1, okay, and it will go till,
We will leave this like,
we'll leave this empty.
yeah, minus.
This, 1 minute, let me reassign this list here. And then if we do like this,
Or else if we The last element is
It is
getting
giving
added
you,
with the
it's giving you the last element now, right? 10,
Step
right?
value is equal to -1.
You can, you no need to give here, because we are giving a -1. Uh, yeah, so you can give this, but here is a, if you don't give any value, it will take the last value as the default. Okay, so no, sorry, this will take the first value, because the order will be changed here. Okay, so if we just assign this here, this list dot that I copied. Okay, and then you will do this to get this output. That is why I mentioned there list slicing. If you don't give you the slicing, it will add it as a nested list. Okay, but that is not our expected output. Clear now?
Yeah, then understood.
Okay. You just try practicing. Okay. Try to select the like single element, two element. Then it will be more clear. Okay. We can do it with another last element is getting added with all the elements of the original list and extended. Extend is fine. Extend is fine. But this particular question is like without using any external methods, extend or insert and all. Okay, Malikarjun.
okay, yeah,
Thank you for your time. Bye.
thank you.
And